You women have always known that looking good means making an effort. Us men are still playing catch-up, but the tide is turning. Golden Balls has worked his magic, leaving us clambering to be fashionable and groomed. But somebody forgot to tell Simon Dehaney.
There are days where I do think, oops. I look in the mirror and go, oh my God, what a car crash.
Can Nicky Hambleton-Jones & Co. restore this car crash back to its showroom gleam? All of us have days when you just can't be bothered. London DJ Simon has 365 of them a year.
My appearance is quite unique. I love hair. Love hair.
2 years of beard growth and not a trip to the barbers this millennium have left him looking like he's just climbed Everest.
I suppose I'm just quite male in the fact that I don't go for hair gels and hairstyles and maintenance. I just kind of let it go. I am a bit of a hippie at heart.
But strangely, the wild man of Woodstock image doesn't seem to go down well with everybody.
I think that it is quite scruffy. It's horrible when you kiss him and he's got a really bristly face. I definitely want the beard off. I want his face back.
Sam is not in favour of the beard. No beard love from Sam at all.
And Sam isn't a lone voice in the wilderness. Beards do court controversy.
People have indicated that I'm tramp-like, for want of a better description, which is quite hurtful in a way.
Others believe Simon's appearance is divine.
I have been likened to a certain person from the Bible, yes. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Jesus had a beard and he was a great man.
But that's as far as the holiness goes. Simon's a DJ, playing the devil's music and drinking the devil's brew. Throw in 20 cigarettes a day, and it's not hard to see where this sinner has gone so badly wrong.
I do feel quite tired. I do feel older than my years because of my lifestyle. It's time, now that I've recognised that, for that to stop. It's got to stop.
Everyone has a guardian angel, and this one comes in 3-inch heels and a flash of red. Nicky Hambleton-Jones is on hand to work miracles with Simon's appearance. We took Simon to a record fair, practically home turf for beardies, and asked the punters to guess his age.
I think he's 45.
47? For some people it works for bears. I don't know, maybe it doesn't quite work with him.
59, because of his old man beard and his old man hat.
I think he's about 45.
It's about 47. I reckon he's quite cool, actually, but, I mean, that's just me being a bit of an old hippie. Around 45, 46.
I would think he's late 40s, about 48. I think he looks like a bit of an aged hippie.
The results were dire, ranging from a comfortable 40 to an outrageous 70. The average worked out at 49. But did they even get close?
So how do you feel about hearing what they had to say?
I am genuinely a little bit nervous.
Well, there's only one way to deal with that and get it over with, I think.
Okay, come on, let's have it.
All right, bring it on.
Well, he looks around 58 to me. He's got that sort of worn look about him.
I thought it looked 53. It's the hat, really, and the grubby clothes. I think he looks a bit like a tramp, really.
Because of the beard, the hat and all the denims, he looks like a reject from Deep Purple.
I think he's about 55. The grey hair, the beard, just the general appearance, really. You know what I mean? Looks like a jazz fan or something like that.
I think he looks about 43.
Yeah, about 43, 45. Bit of a well-dressed tramp.
Any surprises, Simon?
Yeah. Where do I start? I am a jazz fan. I do like Deep Purple, but I really wouldn't have thought that the ages were late 50s. But then looking at it, actually, you know, the way that I've come across, I'm actually looking at that and thinking, I can see where they're coming from. I'm in shock. I really am in shock that people have said that. I hate them all.
Well, your average age from their poll, Simon.
Oh, go on.
Came out at 49.
49.
Tell me your real age.
I'm 35.
35? You've got to be kidding me. There's no ways. What happened?
I don't know.
That's 14 years, Simon, 14 years.
14 years.
So are you ready? Are you open for a change?
I'm absolutely open for change. I'm totally up for anything. After saying that, I have to be. What can you say?
For 14 years, here we come, Simon. Let's see what we can do.
I'm reeling. Inside, I'm reeling. I really am.
On closer inspection, it's easy to see why people were so wide of the mark. The Neanderthal look is frankly so over, and has been for 24,000 years. That centre parting's pretty dated too. 15 years of smoking 20 fags a day have left his teeth covered in brown gunk, and his gums running for cover. And though binge drinking is to blame for those broken thread veins on his face, no amount of boozing could account for those terrible clothes. You ladies have known for ages that when you hit your mid-30s, you need to work harder to keep the hands of time at bay. Simon's slow on the uptake, but some of us have got the message. Ewan McGregor's been known to sport a beard, but he made sure it was in a galaxy far, far away. He's 900 years old and has 2 hearts, but David Tennant never looks less than buff. And Mark Owen may be doing the reunion circuit, but his boy band look proves he's no stranger to hair gel. Maybe there's a hunk hiding beneath Simon's hair, but digging it out is going to take the full might of Nicky's team. That's hairstylist Andrew Barton, dentist Surinder Hundal, and surgeon Jan Stanek.
Andrew, boy oh boy. How is Simon's hair aging?
This is a challenge and a half.
Well,
wow. It's Tom Hanks in Castaway, isn't it? I think we've got to really dramatically change this, and I'm going to need much more than hairdressers, I think. You got some garden shears?
Yeah, shears,
yeah.
Knife and fork, whatever you want to use.
Yeah.
So the beard doesn't work in your mind, Andrew? At all, you know? And length is not happening either?
No, I think as far as making you look younger, both of those things have got to go.
There's a lot of hair to play with, and the only thing that I would suggest is that rather than kind of just going lock, stock and barrel, getting rid of it, is there any...
No.
Okay.
It's coming off.
Okay.
Surinder, how are Simon's teeth aging him?
Simon gives me a really wide smile, okay. And one of the main things straight away you can see, the teeth are really heavily discoloured. We've also got a lot of crowding around here, and the front teeth are not actually even meeting. So things just aren't in harmony. And all of those things add to the ageing effect.
Surinder, what's the solution?
We have to get the hygienist to clean everything. When it comes to the position of them, we've got a few options. One is you do nothing, and you just live with them. 2 is you wear braces, and 3rd option is we do ceramics. How do you feel about dentistry? Does it bother you at all in any way?
Yeah, I'm one of the most nervous people in the world, I think, at the dentist. Yeah, I have a major fear and a major problem. But yeah, no, I'm willing to go down that route of having the ceramics.
Okay, great.
So what would you say, considering Simon's 35, I mean, is his skin aged? Is it a bit old for him?
I don't think his skin is too bad at all. You smoke and you drink quite a bit.
That's
I can see these red spots on your forehead and on your face.
What are those red spots?
They're called spider nevi, and sometimes they become apparent when a person drinks alcohol for some time. But they tend to get larger and larger. It's actually much better to treat them in its early stages. And it's very easy to zap them with a laser. And also look into your smoking habit, because smoking undoubtedly does affect your skin, the way your skin looks. You know, it does look a bit off-color, greyish. And when you reach the age of 50, if you're a heavy smoker, it adds 10 years to your looks.
It's hard to know where to start, but Andrew's got the biggest and most worrying challenge. What if he hacks all that hair and beard away to find something even worse? Surinder will blast away 15 years of nicotine staining and fit sparkling new veneers. And Jan will whip out his laser to zap those troublesome veins. That leaves Nicky to teach Simon the difference between fashionably casual and don't give a stuff. And to hammer her message home, Nicky's going to bring Simon face to face with his doppelganger.
Well, Simon's favourite accessory. What would we be without a hat?
Nicky leads him down the garden path, and like a fool, Simon follows.
Simon, the one thing we haven't really talked about is your wardrobe.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of style for someone who likes to stand out and be an individual.
I think it's probably deteriorated somewhat, yeah. Yeah, the years have taken their toll on my wardrobe as well as my body and my face, so...
And...
You bunch of Rhino Martians! I can't believe! Is that my hat? No way!
Your wardrobe is fit for a scarecrow, Simon. Simon, do you see your clothes in a different light now that you've seen them on a scarecrow?
Yeah, all right, yeah, you got a point. You do have a point.
He's laughing now, but there's a long way to travel before the scruff gets buff.
Pretty scared.
You're not going to believe this, but I'll run it past you anyway. This bloke used to be one of the country's top athletes.
As a triathlete, I was ranked in the top 5 as an 18-year-old in the UK. It was just sport all the way. But, you know, I enjoyed it.
But now his pace has slowed to a crawl, a pub crawl. So when did the rot set in? Nicky's raided Simon's snaps and put together one of her galleries of shame.
How old are you in this picture?
17 years of age, yeah.
Looking very fit and healthy.
Yeah, that was at the height of my powers.
Were you any good at your sport?
Cross-country wise was probably sort of top 10 in the country, sort of English schools, that kind of thing, county champion. Swimming, pretty much the same, and triathlon, again, probably for my age, sort of top 3-5 in the country for that.
Wow,
as
that's
well.
incredible.
So, yeah, I wanted to be the best. Yeah.
Moving on.
Okay.
And what was happening in your life here?
At this point, 21 was the magic number, and that was a very exciting period of change, because I was at university, just starting to lose my way in the kind of in the field of sport. Was really getting into sort of music, and with that meant quite a bit of going out and extending the overdraft in various bars and clubs around town. And
so was university kind of the watershed of the downslide?
Definitely.
So moving on. So how old are you here?
There I am 29, I think.
As you had an athletics top on, are you still doing a bit of exercise at this stage?
No, not at all.
So
not at all. No.
That's gone, a different lifetime.
Absolutely disappeared. It's very difficult to explain to people when you've done sort of, you know, that intensive amount of exercise. You know, there's the kind of a lot of pressures that surround it. So that's probably why I've spent the last 15 years partying really hard and just kicking back against all of that time that maybe I feel like I've lost.
So moving on to the next one. Now, how old are you in this picture?
That is 5 years ago, I think, so 30.
How are you feeling at this stage?
I was actually drinking quite a lot at that point, and I think I was starting to hit the period that I probably feel like I'm in now, which is just tired, you know, sort of.
Or now?
Yeah.
Can I say, are you wearing the same T-shirt?
I just realised.
So you've had that for 5 years. Great. Well, that's always good to know, Simon.
I just stitched myself up terribly there.
Let's move on. So you decided to do something different, and here we are. Great. So that worked. That whole 30 moment of let me, you know, reflect on my life and decide where to go forward resulted in the hobo we have before us.
Absolutely.
So yeah, okay. So what happened?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I mean, in all these pictures, you actually look like a really attractive man until we get here.
And I can see now why I was polled at 49.
So, do you want to stay where you are now?
I don't think so, no. No. Maybe I've just kind of lost the plot with what appearance means to not only me, but also to other people, you know? Maybe that's the thing that needs to be changed.
The repair and restoration of Simon Dehaney begins with the smile. 15 years of dedicated smoking have left their mark on Simon's teeth. Enough tar for a decent-sized driveway.
The fact is they're so badly crowded, as you can see, so you can't always clean teeth as well when they're that badly crowded. So personal hygiene at home, looking after him, hasn't been so great. And then when we look at the uppers, we got the same problem there. I mean, look at that. It's just a lot of surface staining.
Before the heavy work can start, they'll need a really good clean. Ordinary household cleaners can't shift stains like these, so the hygienist gets stuck in with a high-tech ultrasonic doodah that removes the tartar. With the staining gone, it's time to banish Simon's crooked teeth with veneers. It's invasive surgery, but after weighing up the options, Simon's committed to going ahead. But he's nervous.
It's just the whole process of being here for 4 or 5 hours with something that's so invasive and something that's going to take a long time, and it's quite a serious procedure, so it's quite a big deal. So yeah, I'm pretty scared.
Together with the local anaesthetic, Simon's treated to some sedatives guaranteed to promote happy thoughts. And as soon as nirvana is reached, Surinder gets stuck in, filing down the teeth to accommodate the new veneers. Then he reshapes the diseased gums with a laser. After 4 hours of work, the temporary veneers are applied. 10 on the top and 10 on the bottom. The final ones are tailor-made for Simon's mouth and will be ready in a few weeks. He's just glad it's over. Valentine's Day is fast approaching and Sam's keen to keep the momentum going. So her gift to Simon is a day of soothing and grooming at a spa.
I think he'd really appreciate having a facial. He just doesn't do anything with his skin, and I think it would be really nice for him to be taught like how to use moisturiser, and that it's not a girly thing, that men can do it as well. He gets the odd stray eyebrow, so maybe some kind of eyebrow treatment and reshape would be quite nice for him.
It's a surprise present and may come as a bit of a shock to Simon, for whom grooming means a bar of soap, some water, and that's it. It's Sam's present, but Nicky plays Cupid because she likes seeing men caught unawares.
Look at those sparkly teeth. Looking fantastic. Well, I've got a bit of a treat for you today.
Right, okay.
As it's Valentine's,
Yeah.
Sam very kindly has treated you to a spa day.
Right,
She's
okay.
written you a lovely
Fantastic.
card.
Okay.
You know, as a
Even
little...
sealed with a loving kiss.
Exactly.
Right, okay. Let's have a little look then. See what this says. Right, okay.
On the menu for Simon's big day out is claw clipping, having stuff rubbed into his face, and most disturbingly of all, an eyebrow trim. Then again, men do seem to be doing this sort of thing more and more. Last year, we spent $1.3 billion on grooming products, which means the average bloke was shelling out £111 a year. That's only £27 less than the average woman. Men normally need a bit of persuasion though, ladies. So, if you want your man groomed, a gentle push in the right direction won't do any harm.
Strangely enough, I would say about half of my clients come in because of some external pressure, be it their wife, girlfriend, partner, which is wonderful. And I always get guys who are quite apprehensive at crossing the door initially, but when they come in, they have the most amazing time.
It's an odd quirk of nature that men don't lose hair as they get older. It just moves, migrating from the head to the nose, ears, eyebrows, back, sack, and crack.
Waxing is one of our sort of eternally popular treatments. You only have to look through fashion magazines to see these things, see who's waxing, see who's not at the moment. I know in the UK, women do tend to be very anti-body hair. There's a small minority who really, really like it, but I'd say, guys, ditch the body hair.
Wayward eyebrows are a particular problem, although there are those who seem to regard them as an asset. Noel Gallagher could have been cultivating his for a Best in Show award, but he's going to be disappointed because Martin Scorsese's prize winners scoop every award going. Simon's are nowhere near competition standard, so we'll prune them back to something more manageable. Tweezers are the weapon of choice. A pluck here and there should frame Simon's face better, giving a youthful glow.
Can I have a go? You know, there's a couple of hairs that are really bugging me. And I'm dying to get my hands on. Can I start? Yeah. Can I get? Okay, no. Just want to get some up here. Oops, that was your skin. Maybe I should leave this to the professional. Do you want to have a look at yourself?
Yeah, come on, let's have a look.
a look at these new brows and this glowing skin.
Wow. Wow, look how neat that is. An astounding difference. It really is. Excellent job. Yeah,
the wild man from Borneo has been reeled in.
He's been tamed.
He has been tamed.
Good grooming can only get you so far, but if you have the wardrobe of a student, it's hard to make much of an impression. Nicky's convinced that even the saddest of cases has something in their wardrobe worth saving.
Right. This is your wardrobe.
Yep. Stroke jumble sale.
Yeah, quite a mixture here, Simon.
Yep.
So we've got a whole pile of t-shirts.
Yes.
Is this your entire t-shirt collection, or is there actually more lurking that I don't know?
It's about half of it.
This is half your t-shirt collection. Right. So, pile of t-shirts, loads of trainers, loads of hats, 4 pairs of trousers and a couple of jumpers. That's it.
Yeah. I should live somewhere hot, shouldn't I? Because then I could just wear those all the time.
Right, let's get you in something. What about these? So, how do you feel in this outfit?
Yeah, okay. Pretty good.
Bold colours.
Yeah, light colour.
You know, and the trainers. I mean, I don't see any shoes in your collection.
No. I'll have 1 pair of shoes.
Why is that?
I've got 1 suit, so the shoes go with the suit, and the suit comes out, weddings, bar mitzvahs, funerals. And there's not a huge amount of shoes out there that I really like, and that would go together with a lot of the other things that are in my wardrobe.
So we've got uber smart and uber casual, and there's nothing in between.
Nothing in between, no. And that's kind of what I'd like to address, is that midway ground between smart and casual. Smart casual, I think it's known in the trade.
But for now, all he can do is casual. Went to bed, slept in my clothes, casual.
What is this?
Well, that would be all right for the summer. Look, pair of casual Carhartts, pair of...
It works because it goes with the beard.
I've never heard that said before.
What I'm trying to say, no, I'm not pro-beard. What I'm saying is that it's that whole kind of trampish look, you know, trampish clothes, the beard, and it's all kind of working. It's not...
Sorry, did you just say trampish look?
It's trampish. So this we went.
Finally, a ray of light as Simon produces the suit.
So why don't you wear this for meetings or anything? I mean, it's a nice suit.
Because
I really like it. It's beautifully cut. Trousers are a really good fit.
Yeah.
Why don't you actually wear it more often?
I think it's a little bit overly smart to be going into the kind of meetings that I would go into.
But this to me looks very draining, and I think wearing the black with the brown actually makes it look quite corporate.
Okay, yeah.
Would you mind if I experiment with this?
No, you can go for your guns.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So let's take this off.
The layered look for women is all over the catwalk, and where you lot lead, we generally follow. So wearing a suit 2007 style doesn't mean strangling yourself with a tie. Dressed down with t-shirt and v-neck, it's definitely a suit, but not as we know it. Back at Style Central, Nicky's worked hard to make Simon's once-a-year formal suit look a bit more multi-purpose.
Definitely out of my comfort zone.
What's out of your comfort zone? Because all I've done, I've put a knit on, which you...
No, wearing this with these and these shoes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's different.
I don't dislike them, but I'm just saying it's out of my...
Well, that's the whole idea.
Yeah, of course.
That's the whole idea. I mean, what I'm trying to show you is that you can actually make a suit look less formal, but still cool.
Yeah.
By mixing it with t-shirts and a knit, you know, just and also just with the trousers, you know, just going to a meeting like that.
Yeah.
Is really, you know, is really nice and not too formal and still looks quirky and cool.
Yeah.
You know, and if you take the scarf off, you've still got a good look there. How are the shoes?
Yeah, the shoes are all right, but I'm just not sure about the length of them. Look how long they are. They're long.
Simon, people will only be impressed by the length of those shoes, won't they?
It's not true. It's not true.
No shirt, no tie, just t-shirt, v-neck and stripy scarf, tied in that cavalier fashion you never saw before last year. And immediately, he's starting to look the business. And the shoes, stout brogues, serviceable but stylish.
No, I feel comfortable in that, I've got to say. That does feels quite nice.
It looks great. I think you look fantastic.
Thank you.
You know, I'd give you a second chance if you walked into my office wearing that.
Very kind of you.
I'd listen to what you
Very
said.
kind of you. Thank you.
men, if left to their own devices, would never have emerged from animal skins. Behind, to the side, or more often in front of every well-dressed man is a similarly dressed woman. A fact not lost on Grazia's style director, Paula Reed.
This week's hot look is Billy Zane and Kelly Brook doing urban knits. Couples who are really into each other eventually dress like each other. There's a wardrobe synchronicity going on there in the tailored jacket and those pale knits. Now, the tailored coat is a fantastic investment. You can see for Billy, he's funked it up with a Farmer Joe flat cap. It has a kind of, kind of frumpy irony. She echoes his look completely with the cream sweater dress, which is very of the moment, and then she actually smartens the whole thing up with that tailored jacket. So here we have Billy and Kelly dressed on a high street budget, and the fantastic thing is it's a really kind of soft look, but it's very anchored by that curvy coat. Billy's look is fantastically easily put together with probably stuff that a lot of guys already have in their wardrobe. Guys, never forget that accessories are a really good way that you can funk up your look and add some individuality to some very classic pieces without really looking like you've made too much of an effort. Why do men always have it so easy? In your 30s, a good way to adapt this look for a girl perhaps would be to wear some boots. Knee boots give you a wee bit more coverage. For the guy, to be honest, I would lose that flat cap. I'd love to see that with a dark brown shirt, very, very simple, slim cut, close to the body. In your 40s, if I was wearing this look, I'd certainly put it over skinny trousers. I think that's a much kind of stronger look for a 40-year-old woman. And also maybe with a slightly chunkier, high-heeled shoe. For a guy in his 40s, I'd put him back in a polo neck.
So, Billy and Kelly's look totaled £4,227. But you can match it on the high street for just over 450 quid. Happy shopping. So far, Simon's coped well. But then the most harrowing transformation is still to come.
It's going, Simon.
No! My powers will be weak.
Simon Dehaney's enjoyed what many men see as the dream life. He's drank, smoked, and laughed in the face of barbers. 5 weeks ago, 100 music lovers thought he was a grizzled 49. Worrying when you're only 35. But since then, Nicky's overseen a programme of restoration, which has reached the cladding stage, and Nicky's been combing the shops for anything that might drag this hippie throwback into the 21st century. So, what's hot?
Most ordinary guys are far more influenced by celebrities they see than they ever be by big catwalk designers. Now, I know it's a chicken and egg because quite often they're wearing the catwalk designs. I'm looking at bands like Razor, like, a tailored jacket, a skinny jean, a white t-shirt. It's a very well-known look now.
Women have a huge influence on how men dress. Something like 50% of men have their clothes bought for them by their partner. And women read all the magazines. They've seen Pete Doherty, Russell Brand, and it filters through to them. So when they're shopping, that has a huge influence. As far as jeans are concerned, the bootleg's finished now. We're looking at skinny or straight. I would suggest that, as you get older, it's less skinny and more straight.
If there's one key item a guy should have for this spring-summer, it will be the military shirt. It can be worn with suiting, it can be worn with shorts, it can be worn with jeans.
Knitwear's been really big. It's fine gauge knitwear, the finer the better. It's quite a moddy look, quite Paul Weller, Preston even, and stripes on knitwear are super important.
We've seen the cardigan emerge for last autumn-winter. It's following through for spring, next autumn-winter as well. So just get yourself a really nice, neutral-coloured, lightweight cardigan, and you can wear for the next couple of seasons.
Come on in, Simon, are you ready for change?
Okay.
This is the beginning of the new.
Right. Whoa. Whoa. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. I like the top, and I like the jacket. I think. Kind of snazzy. Yeah. I'm not sure about the shoes.
You're not sure about the shoes, but it's a stylish version of the trainer.
No, I knew that's where we were going. The trainer, the cross between the shoe and the trainer. But the rest of it, yeah, lovely.
So what we've done is we've taken the fine knit, which is very hot on trend for the season. Bold colours, the purples and the reds.
Yeah.
Again, very fashionable.
Right.
And corduroy.
Yeah.
Is the great alternative because you've got the suit jacket and you've got the casual jacket. And the corduroy is somewhere in between.
So, for the first look, Nicky's wisely gone for bold horizontal stripes to muscle up Simon's slim frame. She's also introduced him to the concept of the smart trainer. Not quite a shoe, but a lot sharper than his usual dog chew footwear.
Will he, won't he? What will he think?
Wow. Now we're talking. It's very, very good. Diamonds, good. Trousers, good. Shoes, good. 10 out of 10, very good.
You're
Excellent.
kidding me.
No, very good.
I know you like the argyle print, but there's a much finer knit, and I think knits for men have moved on to being much more fine, which enables them to do layers without getting too hot. And layering, over the t-shirt keeps it a little bit more casual and more youthful than perhaps just a jumper and trousers.
Yeah, look, I'm drawn to the shoes. The shoes are mod. They're as simple as that. They're smart, they're sharp, they're... Yeah, that's a shoe. That's not a trainer.
Fine knit jumpers in classic patterns are spot on trend. But don't be content with golfer's green and blokish brown. Go garish.
Come on in. This is the last look.
Right, okay, right, whoa, right. Yeah, that's different. Little military theme going on here.
But then military is very big
jacket.
at the moment. The epaulettes and the detailing, and it's very strong, but it's quite elegant too. It's quite tailored. Even though it's quite military, it's got quite a slim fit. And obviously beard aside, but because you've got a slim build and a long neck, you can really carry off the polar necks, which most men can't.
I'd forgotten it was a polar neck because
you can't see it
because there's a massive fur in the way.
Everybody loves a man in uniform. Epaulettes and pockets reflect this look. Denim for men never dies. Coupled with shabby chic shoes, Simon's initiation into the world of smart casual is complete. But how's he feeling?
What are you going to take away from all of this?
Well, I think what I have to take away from it is the ability to look outside of, my own sort of peripheral vision in the clothing sense and start shopping again. It's as simple as that. I haven't done this kind of, man buys clothes thing for a long time.
Last year's water shortage was largely down to Simon's lager consumption. He's been lucky to have got away with such an intake for so long. There's hardly any trace of a beer gut. But look closer and you'll see the red face is starting. Left alone, those thread vein blemishes will only get bigger. Booze is horribly aging. As well as the red face, the 5 bellies and the rummy eyes, it can give you dry hair, cracked lips, puffy skin, and it aggravates acne. Still fancy that pint? Simon's broken veins will get worse with time, but luckily Jan has suggested the simplest of treatments. The briefest blast from a laser obliterates the damaged vein, leaving any healthy tissue undamaged. You'll be left with a scab, but everything should be completely healed within 10 days. Another day, another treatment. And this is the one Simon's been dreading. It's 3 weeks since his first session in Serinda's chair, and he's back for the fitting of his permanent veneers. No pain, but lots of gain. Serinda starts by chipping off the temporaries. Each custom-made veneer is fitted individually over Simon's own teeth. It's a laborious process, but still a lot less irksome than frightening little children every time you smile. Go on, Simon. Razzle-dazzle him.
How are you feeling?
Feeling a bit battered and bruised, and not especially lively.
But you're really pleased to see me?
As ever. It's like heaven.
Oh.
But a little bit of hell.
So, Simon, that's where you were. And now, are you ready to have a look? You feel up to it?
Let's have a look. Come on. Oh my God. Wow. That is amazing. That really is.
Is it worth it, Simon?
Yeah, even though my response is a bit muted because my head is fuzzy right now, I am jumping for joy inside. I really am.
Okay, you know, we know, Simon knows. It's like all this time we've been cleaning a room while studiously ignoring the pile of elephant poo in the middle of the floor. The hair has got to go. Girlfriend Sam's throwing a surprise goodbye growth party.
Hey, my bearded brothers! I was confused.
Give me a kiss.
Nice.
Now you can see what it's like.
Go on, let me in there. Let me in there.
You badger. But see how much people's faces change when they have a beard.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying to you.
Yeah. What, for the better?
No. It's not for the better. But imagine if it comes off and then I think, oh no, I want the beard back.
Yeah, I think that might happen. I've got a sneaking suspicion you're going to have beard
I think
envy.
you wish. You wish. That's
And
what.
every time you see Captain Birdseye from now on, you're going to be like,
Sorry, Sam. For full dramatic impact, we've decided to leave the beard till last. Andrew Barton's remit doesn't run to facial styling.
Andrew, how is Simon's hair aging him?
Of just the amount of it, there's just too much going off, and absolutely, as soon as we start cutting that away, then he is going to look dramatically 10 years younger. But, I mean, Simon is a lucky boy. He's got good hair. It's in decent condition. What it's missing is any kind of style or shape.
And what about the colour of his hair? I mean, he does have quite a lot of grey. And bearing in mind he is only 35, I mean, do you think that's ageing?
I really think the grey works. I don't think we have to get rid of it. And I think often for men, it can be quite distinguished.
So no colour?
No colour. I don't think he needs it. And I think sometimes on a guy as well, if we colour it and it starts looking artificial, then...
we got a David Guest going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And we don't want that.
No.
Nothing ages a man more than a dodgy dye job. And what's wrong with being glad to be grey? Compare and contrast. George has lovely silver hair. However, Alan...
So what about the shape? I mean, how much length are we talking? I mean, Simon, what are you comfortable with?
well, bearing in mind that it has been right down to #1 in years gone by, I'm not fearful of any length whatsoever, so, you know, let's...
Really?
Come on, get stuck in.
So, I think first things first, let's cut a bit of this off now before we shampoo it.
Just like that?
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I do. Can I? Let me just get it all together.
I'm having a little sweat here, I've got to say.
There.
Yeah.
It's going, Simon.
No. My powers will be weak.
I did it.
OK, move over, Nicky, and let Andrew get in there. Lesser hairdressers would probably erect scaffolding before attempting anything this big. But our Andrew is a pro. 7,862 snips later, Gandalf is well on the way to turning into Frodo. And a pretty stylish Frodo at that.
1, 2, 3.
Whoa! yeah. Without the beard, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The idea of that movement in the fringe, that it can move around and do different things with it. The length at the sides can tuck behind the ears once we see the ears. Once we get rid of the beard as well, we'll have a little bit of hair that kicks out of the back. Do you mean, yeah, it's a cool haircut. It's a young guy's haircut.
I think once the beard's gone, then it'll just lift the whole thing.
You don't miss your lovely locks.
No, I want to get the beard. Come on, let's get the beard.
Not my job.
Not mine either, thank God for that.
Simon's makeover is just a shave away from completion. Unless, God forbid, he has second thoughts.
It's the night before the beard comes off. What can I say? What can I say? I think I will be lamenting the loss a little bit, but yeah, you know, change is as good as the rest, as they say. So let's have it off.
There'll be no backsliding while Sam's around, though. She's insisting on a fur-free Valentine's Day.
Do I really want the beard off? I definitely want the beard off. Yeah, I think it will make Simon feel much better about himself. I think he's going to feel really fresh and lifted by getting rid of all that hair. And I want his face back.
To find out whether Sam's beard aversion is universal, Nicky decided to conduct a mini poll.
Can I ask you, what do you think of men with beards?
Not that keen, to be honest.
It's not very attractive. A little bit of stubble's okay, but not too much.
I like beards.
Do you?
Yes, I do, yeah.
Do you think it makes men look younger or older?
Older. Very unattractive. Tends not to have that lovely, fresh, clean smell that a clean-shaven guy has.
I love them. What do you love about them?
They're very masculine.
And so you don't mind kissing a man with a beard?
No, not at all. I think it actually turns me on more.
They're horrible. Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever had a boyfriend with a big beard?
No, because I wouldn't want to kiss them because they just get in the way and they get bits of food stuck in them and they're just disgusting. They make someone look a lot older, I think.
Do you think?
The results. 1/3 of women in the poll were beard lovers, 2/3 were beard haters. So men, to maximise your chances of love by Valentine's Day, get it off. Simon takes his old grizzly to male groomer Jason Shanky.
So Jason, what do you think of Simon's beard that he's been cultivating for the past year?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit out of fashion. I haven't really seen anything like this since around the late 70s.
Really?
Yeah,
You don't
the
get this
Magnum.
every day?
No, it's very rare we see something just quite as bold as that.
So Simon, this is the last time you're going to see your beard.
Yeah, I'm deeply, deeply sorry to my bearded brethren and, you know, the sin that I'm about to commit.
It's a 4-stage execution. Stage 1. Get in there with the strong scissors for some willy-nilly hacking. Stage 2. Mow down any stragglers with the clippers. Stage 3. Short and solemn pause for Simon to pay his last respect.
Right, okay. Straight from the school of Kenny Rogers. yeah, that's all right, you know. Yeah.
So you're feeling comfortable still?
Yeah, that's bizarre.
Stage 4. The razor. Here's our tips for the perfect wet shave. Get hot and wet, any which way. To open the pores and soften the bristles. Exfoliate before you shave to make the hair stand to attention. Always go in the direction of the hair. And finally, razor manufacturers advise you to change the blade every shave. But then they would, wouldn't they? Simon's transformation from man of the mountains to man about town is almost complete. But will girlfriend Sam like what she sees?
Oh,
8 weeks ago, Simon Dehaney was a man built essentially on Old Testament lines. Except Methuselah at least made a bit of an effort. He wasn't wearing well. The fags had turned his teeth brown, and late-night dissipation had left him looking permanently hungover. In our first poll, 100 pod pickers reckoned he was 49 years old, adding 14 years to his real age. But since then, he's been plucked and snipped and shaved and clipped and generally dragged from the jungle into the show ring. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome the all-new Simon Dehaney?
That is quite crazy, isn't it? That really is quite crazy.
Is it you?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm all there, definitely.
So an improvement on what you had before?
Yeah, above and beyond. Look at that, no hair, no beard.
Oh, you must feel quite chilly without that.
Yeah, no, but I feel strangely liberated at the same time, so...
But there's one other person who'd really like to see you. I know she's very excited to see. So,
right, okay.
Let's bring her in.
Come on, let's have it.
Oh my God!
You're right.
Yeah, fine. You look great! You look really good.
Oh, me too.
No, I know, I'm good.
What do you prefer, beard, no beard?
No beard,
No
definitely.
beard. So do you feel like you've got, you know, old Simon back, or is it a new Simon, or is it...
I think it's a new Simon. But you look really good, Si. You look really young.
I think it's time for a change, you know, new beginnings, hey?
All in all, it's a scrub-up bordering on the miraculous. The crooked brown gnashers have been cleaned, trimmed, veneered and given an invincible ring of confidence. The hippie hairdo has been ditched in favour of a sharper, cooler, more modern cut. And look, clothes that haven't been slept in. But what will the public think? London's Denmark Street, aka Tin Pan Alley.
Excuse me, could I ask you what age you think Simon is?
Early 30s, 32, 33.
What makes you say that?
Sort of, he's clean shaven, he's got a nice haircut, trendy clothes.
33 max.
And what makes you say that?
It's quite angry.
Yeah. Could I ask you what age you think Simon is?
Roughly about 28. I think it's 32.
32, and what do you think?
I'd say about 35.
What makes you say 32?
The dashing young blade.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah. I like that kind of a compliment. Male or female. I'm not fussy.
He's glamorous, he's modern, everything he's wearing is fashionable and he's slim. He's just, I think 29, he's got nice teeth, yeah, definitely.
The Tin Pan Alley Cats sound harmonious, but will friends and family be singing from the same hymn sheet?
So, do we like the way Simon looks? Right, okay. When Simon first came to us, we did a poll, and his original poll age was
49.
49! And he got all sorts of abuse from the public, and he wasn't a very happy bunny. We've now just done another poll and asked 100 people how old they think he looks. And his new poll age is... 31? Yeah! So, Simon, that's 18 years old.
That's pretty good, isn't
That's
it?
pretty good. Well done, you.
Yeah,
well done.
I'm very happy with that.
Excellent.
Thank you.
It's an absolute pleasure. Well done.
It's a very, very big difference. I haven't seen his face for so long, so that's a real shock. And his skin looks really good, and his hair looks amazing, and I can't believe the transformation. He just looks a million times better.
The beard's been such a kind of manifestation for so long. It's quite a shock at first. It looks fantastic. It's really, really good.
It's been good for me. I needed to do this, and it's had the desired results because I feel great.
Next week, we meet a sunbed addict with a face in meltdown.
Oh my God, Janice, look at your skin.
And the forecast isn't sunny.
The only thing she doesn't have is early skin cancer.